Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Scuffles and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Scuffles' ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give these little guys when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Scuffles is going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Scuffles is sitting at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Scuffles heel. Now, at this time, Scuffles has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with his trainer, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking nicely by her left. And each time that she stops her feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this makes walking your dog on your property a much more pleasurable experience. And he needs the discipline of a leash at least some part of the time. And if you notice, Brandy keeps her left arm relaxed so that as she gives that little tug and release, that he feels it and understands that something that he's doing isn't what he's supposed to be doing. Nice automatic sit. Prancing along like a little gentleman. Nice sit. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stays are self-control exercises. It teaches the dog to be self-controlled, to focus, and to pay attention. Brandy's going to use the open left flat of her palm and the one-word command to stay. He's going to run through all the commands without her. Stay. Now your sit-stay you're going to practice indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to work up from about 30 seconds to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him, and he remains seated until he gets his next command, and they're going to take off heeling again. If you speed up, he should speed up. If you slow down, he should slow down. And when you stop, no matter what pace you're walking, he should sit. Now, I know he has acreage and acreage to run on, but this is going to keep, you're going to be able to keep him where you can see him, where you can have control of him, and bring the training equipment that you ordered online fully ready to go when you come to get him. Now this time, instead of returning back to him, Brandy's going to call him, and it Scuffles come in a happy voice, and he comes right in and sits. And then Scuffles goes back to heel position and back sitting. Very nice, and they'll demonstrate that again for us. But as amped up as this kid always is, he knows when he gets that leash on him that he has to behave, and he doesn't always want to, but you can't give up with him. You must practice, use your video. That's your sit stay again. And then Brandy will use his name and call him, and Scuffles comes right in and sits. Very good. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are our series of down commands, and these are great to practice right indoors. So the first one is the down from a heel position. So you always have your dog seated first, left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay you can practice right indoors, Lengthen out the amount of time that he holds it. Now he got up, so Brandy told him no, and she repeats the command. If you have to stand in a little closer, which is what she's doing now to enforce it, then do that. She repeats that stay command. She walks all the way around him, stops at his shoulders, and then gives him the next command. So she heals him out of that, and she's going to bring him back and demonstrate that again. Dogs are like kids. They can make you look really bad after all the work on video. Down. But you could clearly see that he knows that command. He does still have a little bit of trouble with self-control and focus, but as you can see, it's getting better. Brandy will call him out of that down stay. Comes right in and sits. Very good. And then back to heel. Very good. Brandy gives him some love for praise. Lets him know that he's doing a good job. And I know how at the end of your rope you were with him when he came to school, so I think you're going to see a big improvement. And we're going to be teaching you tomorrow how to keep this going at home. Now, the next command that Brandy's going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command. She's going to leave him in a sit-stay. She's going to turn to face him, but she's not going to go too far away. This is the only time she's going to use her right hand to give the command. And she's going to use her palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down and stay. So now you are going to also lengthen out your time and your distance on this. And we're going to discuss all of this tomorrow when we see you. And if you would like to get a chance to work with him, you may. We have demonstrated for you all of Scuffles' formal on-leash obedience commands. And that's not all of what he's learned, so we're going to be going over all of that with you tomorrow. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you very soon. Safe travels to come back to get him.